Yo, what's up internet? My name is Anthony and I thought I'd do a video comparing the top two linebackers in this draft, Trumaine Edmunds and Roquan Smith. Keep in mind, both players are top 15, top 10 picks, therefore I will be very nitpicky. Keep in mind, just because I say one player is better at one thing, doesn't mean the other player is necessarily bad at it. Let's go. There's no doubt who the top two inside linebackers in this draft are, Roquan Smith of Georgia and Trumaine Edmunds of Virginia Tech. Let's start strictly by the facts. Edmunds is huge at 6'5" and 250 pounds, and is still only 19 years old. Roquan Smith, on the other hand, has a disadvantage when it comes to size. He's only 6'1" and weighs 236 pounds. Smith is light and on the smaller side. However, that might be his only real disadvantage. Next, let's look at the measurables. The only combine number on Smith is his 40-yard dash, and he ran a 4.51. This matches up with the play on the field. Edmunds, on the other hand, ran slightly slower at 4.54, but that's still insanely fast for a guy who weighs 250 pounds. He's only 19 and still has plenty of room to grow. I think both players need to get stronger, but athletically, Edmunds is unquestionably better. Now, we look at college experience. The thing that sticks out with Edmunds is he's a year younger, but has played almost a season more of games. Edmunds also has more highlight plays in terms of sacks, tackles for loss, and forced fumbles. It's safe to say that experience really isn't a question for either player. Smith wasn't really asked to attack upfield or make sacks, but Edmunds is the more gifted player and therefore was on the field more early. We've gone past the numbers and they swing wildly in Edmunds' favor. There's no question about that. Edmunds fits the mold of what you want in terms of size and speed. His athletic ability is off the charts and he tested very well. Smith is still a top shelf athlete and his measurables are certainly no knock against him. Smith is plenty gifted enough to play in the NFL, but Edmunds is just a freak. Now, let's look at the stuff on the field. You can argue that instincts are the most important part of playing linebacker. Knowing where the ball will be and getting there is what Roquan Smith excels at. Watching him play against Alabama in the national championship game showed just how smart and instinctive he is. He's always out there in the flat when the receiver is out of the backfield and is always around the ball. He read the run plays to perfection and was always a step ahead of everyone. Edmunds, on the other hand, is very average in terms of instincts. He's a little slow to read the play and can be tricked by misdirection. Luckily for him, he has the insane athletic ability to make up for any mistakes mentally. Once he knows what will happen, he will jump to get to the ball quicker than everyone else on the field. Roquan Smith, though, blows Edmunds out of the water when it comes to the most important attribute for a linebacker: instincts. A middle linebacker has to be the leader of the defense. He calls the plays and is considered the quarterback of the defense. Roquan Smith covers that with flying colors. He has the alpha dog leadership mentality and holds everyone of his teammates accountable. More importantly, he holds himself the most accountable. Smith expects to be the leader of the defense and everyone to build off of his intensity. Edmunds is certainly no slouch in terms of leadership, and not everyone is made to be a leader. There have been no reports about his leadership. I don't want to speculate too much, but I'm guessing he's a good guy in the middle of the defense. At the end of the day, Smith has this in flying colors. Edmunds is only 19 and can certainly grow into the leadership role, but we know that Smith is the man for the defense. In today's NFL, pass coverage skills are more important than run defense. While Smith isn't as athletic as Edmunds, Smith still has plenty of speed. He can pick up receivers on crossing routes and has more than enough speed to keep up. In zone, he's smart and instinctive enough to know what's happening within his zone and squeeze receivers, making as small a throwing window as possible. On the other hand, Edmunds is just such a gifted athlete that he's easily able to keep up with the players on offense. He's best used in man-to-man and he sticks like glue. He's shifty enough to stick with plenty of tight ends and running backs out of the backfield. He's not as good as in zone, but Edmunds brings the bonus of being a pass rusher in the middle. Smith isn't bad as a pass rusher, but Edmunds is just too big and fast for an extra blocker to try and keep up with. In terms of ideal fits, Edmunds fits the mold of a pure middle linebacker. He's big at 6'5" and can really fly all over the field and provide pass rush and coverage when needed. In a 4-3 scheme, he's perfect for the middle linebacker role. He's only 19 and has plenty of room to get stronger as a player. He can get caught up with blockers and lost by misdirection, but his athletic gifts can make up for plenty of mistakes. For Roquan Smith, I think he's best used as a pursuit weak side player. He can use his tremendous instincts to get to the ball carrier. The one knock on him is he's a little small and can get caught in the wash occasionally. He's still a tremendous leader and a coverage man that has already developed into everything you look for in a linebacker today. He'll step onto the field day one and everyone will know who to follow. For the Raiders, Edmunds might fit better into what the Raiders need. A true middle linebacker who makes the defense play fast. A little added bonus is his ability to provide some interior pass rush. Paul Guenther runs a more man-to-man scheme, so Edmunds' pass coverage abilities will fit right in. However, the Raiders need a man in the middle of the defense. Smith will be that man. He fits into today's NFL, and his leadership, passion, and ability are off the charts. In a sense, he's the type of guy who will play football for free. He's a Gruden grinder. If you look at the physical abilities, Edmunds would win. On the football field though, Smith has shown what he can do, and he would be my pick for the linebacker over Trumaine Edmunds. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Like the video if you enjoyed, thumbs down if you didn't, and have a good day.